And here we are, April 27th, the next episode 32 of the Wilderness Podcast. I feel like we need to have a little sentence after that. That'll kind of, the Wilderness Podcast, your everything RuneScape, your news, whatever. I got it. Welcome to the Wilderness Podcast, where we talk about RuneScape stuff and other things as well. I am your host, Dills. And across this microphone and computer and internet thing, we got Deegan.
Hey, what up?
Tell us about your week.
Non-RuneScape related? Okay, well, a little spoiler. I didn't really play RuneScape at all this week.
Wow. Okay, you're fired.
Yeah. Hey, it's the first week in a while.
I'm doing the show solo.
I've been busy. Listen how busy I've been. So, started playing Diablo. I'm playing Diablo 3 again. Got back into that.
There it is.
Yep, there's that.
It's the
takeover. Started playing
takeover.
the season a little bit late, but I'm in. I bought... Shit, what's that game called? What Remains of Edith Finch. I bought that game.
What?
It's like... Okay, you know Life is Strange?
Yep. It's
like that. It's pretty much... It's quote-unquote a walking simulator, but it's just like a story. It's a 2-hour game. It's really short, but it's pretty much like a movie.
Yeah, you just play a movie.
Pretty much, like, you're just kind of interacting in a movie. It's really fun. Not worth the, like, $21 though.
So it's not $21 fun?
Well, because it's 2 hours. You know, you play it once and you're done, right? It's
True.
2 hours of gameplay. It's like you're buying a movie that you're only ever going to watch once.
It's like you had to pay $10 an hour for fun.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. And it's good, though. I recorded it. So I could show my one buddy was interested, but he didn't want to buy it. He just wanted to, like, watch me play it, and he was at school, so I just, like, recorded it. And then looking back at the video, I have a friend in Discord, and they wouldn't shut the fuck up. I had Discord really, really quiet, and they were pretty much talking to themselves the whole 2 hours, and, like, over cutscenes. Like, you could just hear them talking over all the cut, and I kind of mad, but...
Is this, like, your channel or something?
I just, like, when I'm playing, I was, like, really into the game, and, like, I just kind of tuned them out the whole time.
Wait, in our Discord or another one?
No, not this Discord. I have, like, another Discord that I go into.
Okay, that's where you just gotta mute them.
But that's the thing, like, it just, in my mind, I didn't think they were, like, that annoying. Like, I was just kind of playing the game. But then when I went back to watch the video, like, went over some parts, I'm like, man, this is a sweet scene. And it's, like, the dialogue, and all you hear is, okay, yo, Derek, so I'm just playing this game, right? And I'm just like...
No, I gotcha.
Oh, I gotta turn off my ringtone. Always fucking forget. Jesus Christ. I didn't change that. It's the worst when I'm, like, at the mall or something, or at a store, my ringtone goes off. But
you should do, like, the Wilderness Podcast. Did you get that? Did you record it? I'll send that to you. I'll cut that part out and send it to you. And then it'll play, and then people will be like, the Wilderness Podcast, let's check that out. And the next thing you know, they're just like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing I've ever discovered.
Yeah, but with my luck, it'll be some, like, 9 out of 10 chick, because there's no such thing as a 10 out of 10 chick. That's a myth.
I hear ya.
But it'll be some, like, 9 out of 10 chick at, like, the grocery store being like, what was that? Do you know what RuneScape is?
No, you just be like, I can't talk about it. And then they're gonna be like, well, shit, I should go Google that. And then, like, they probably won't find it. They'll probably find some, like, outdoors thing.
Huh, episode 33. Yo, bro, so I totally met this hot chick at the grocery store, and she's so into it. You know what I mean? Like, she just, like, hears me talking about her or something. Something really awkward. I don't know. Should get a new ringtone. But anyways, played that game. That was fun. And then I started playing this game again after a long time. It's called Natural Selection 2.
Sounds familiar. Is it an early access game that you told me I had to buy?
No, the exact opposite. It is, like, it's fucking, like, 10
So it's a
years
full
old.
game that you told me not to buy.
No, I probably told you to buy it because it's a really good game. But I got this game when it came out fucking, like, so long ago, like 7 or something years ago. It's a pretty old, it's kind of dated, it's a little old, but it's like an FPS RTS. So, like, best way to describe it, like, imagine StarCraft. So you got, like, Terrans on one side and aliens on another.
Okay.
So one person on each team plays as the commander. That's, like, you know, build these buildings here, build this here, we're getting these upgrades, you can,
Okay.
But then everyone else are like the Marines or like the Zerglings.
Okay.
And it's a lot more deeper than that, but it's so fun. Oh my god. Super fun.
Cool.
So I've been playing the shit out of that, and the game's really dead though. It like on a Saturday night, it like peaks at 500 players. It's a pretty dead game, but it's really fun.
Yeah, it's no
It's
good.
like $10 too. It's good.
That's not old school RuneScape numbers.
No, not yet.
Never, dude. You can't compete with old school. So you call it RuneScape. You can't compete with RuneScape, man. The MMO monster that it is.
It's the titan. It's the titan of the industry. But yeah, I don't know. It's a super fun game, natural selection. There's actually, somehow with a game that has like a 500 player base, it has a pro scene. Don't know how that's possible. Super weird. But you want to hear something really fucked?
One of those 500 players a pro player? I did quotation marks there.
Close to that. Well, it'll be like 500 concurrent players, so let's be very generous and say there's like 1,500 total that will play in a month. Unique players. Let's be very generous with that, but I mean, I went and watched one of their streams, and there's like 3 viewers, you know what I mean?
Okay, so
the game's dead. It's super fun. It's super in-depth.
You do a terrible job of trying to entice people. It's a really great game. It's completely dead. You're not going to find anyone. But besides that, you could enjoy it. Watch some videos of when it was popular.
Well, that's the thing. So, at its best, its highest concurrent peak ever was like 10,000 players. It's one of those games that it's an indie. It was developed by an indie company. Well, it is, and it's still actually getting updates. You know what I mean? It got like a pretty big update in Christmas, but
Cool.
It's an indie company that didn't have any money. So instead of advertising, they just put all their money into the game.
Okay.
And then they got a big chunk from like investors or some shit to like revive the game. And instead of advertising, they just like fixed the fuck out of it and made it like even way better than what it was.
All right.
It's actually an indie company that seems to really care about their game, but they don't like spend money on advertising. It's gotten to the point where it's like the game is so old that people won't want to play it.
Okay.
I mean, it's $10. You can play it for an hour and hate it and get a refund on Steam. But if you play, hit me up.
Are you sponsored by them or something? Or do you secretly work for that company? That was like a solid 3-minute pitch of...
Dude, it's fucking awesome. Dude, the game is... Okay, I've had this same conversation with like 15 other people this week. I'm trying to get everyone to play because it's so fun.
Did you buy that game from them?
Yeah, maybe I'm a majority shareholder. Maybe I'm just a corporate shill and I'm shilling.
I got my eye on you.
Who knows? Fucking sweet game. But, yeah, I don't know. Good game.
All right.
And then, other than that, I'm breaking NDA right here, but there was the Quake Champion closed beta that started this weekend.
Okay.
And, technically I could lose I got an open beta or closed beta pass.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be talking about this shit?
No, I'm breaking NDA right here. I'm gonna get sued. No. As long as I don't stream it and...
Oh, this is intense. We could probably sell this footage to a major company. Tell us, what do you know?
If you're like me and you were in love with Quake in like grade 9, you're sitting in your computer science class, your CommTech class, and you're just fucking everyone up. That was me in like grade 9, grade 10.
Oh, fuck yeah.
To the point where kids would like get really mad at me in class because I was just camping the railgun, just sniping everyone, destroying everyone in Quake. I was fucking obsessed with that game. And then Quake Live, I think it's called, when that came out. Like, I've played a good amount of Quake in my time. Love it. But I'm not too excited about this one.
Ooh.
Like, you've played a lot of Quake, or you've played some, right?
I've played Quake in the same scenario that you play Quake, where it's in computer tech class, and like, you're playing Quake, but you're basically playing Quake with all the other gamers in the class. Because as soon as you got fucking people who want to play Halo, as soon as you have other people that want to start playing games with you that don't normally play games, you have to play Halo. It always defaults to fucking Halo.
Oh yeah, that's how it works. Is girls like, haha, I'm a gamer girl. Look at my Facebook. I'm posing with my PS3 controller. But
So yeah, the only time I really did play Quake was, in that situation. Although when I was younger, I remember like loving Unreal Tournament. Now, I can't remember how similar those two games are, but like I remember they're kind of in a, similar genre at the time, I guess.
They're they could be under the same umbrella.
Am I pissing people off right now?
I don't know. You could argue that they're the exact same game, but it wouldn't be a good argument.
Whoa, luckily we're not a Quake show, am I right?
All right, this is the new podcast where we talk about games that we're totally not being sponsored by. No, no, Unreal, I guess there's some similarities. I mean, they both have the badass voices and shit.
For me, yeah, it was the voices, the ridiculous weapons, and it was kind of like a fast-paced game.
Yep.
So yeah, cool. But yeah, I guess not cool because you're not really excited for that one. So,
well, yeah, I don't know. I've played a lot of I got into it, in class, but then I'd go home and found out about Quake Live, and I'm playing Quake Online and shit. I was in love with it. I love how it's like pick up your guns and shit. But I actually I obviously I'm not gonna get in trouble for talking about this, but it's super weird. Whoever is the lead game designer for Quake really, really, really shouldn't be involved. Because if most people have played here, let me move the mic. Let me get a little serious real quick. If you've ever played Quake, you know that it's really technical in terms of you got to play the map, you got to go around, grab the guns, camp certain, quad damage is coming up, I got to grab that, et cetera, and you got, bunny hopping is pretty vital where it's look at me, I can move around faster than you. Aiming is, super hard and vital in that game. But, what they've done, hold on. The thing that was super awesome about it, and same thing with Halo 2 and stuff like that, and Halo 3, is that everyone's on the same playing field, and if you win, it's because you're a better player. It's not like COD where it's you're using a better gun with better perks or anything like that. But in this Quake, they've added unique characters. It's super fucking weird. So there's characters that you have to unlock. You start off the one basic guy, but there's 7 other characters or 8 other characters. They all have different amounts of health and different amounts of armor and speed.
Okay.
And then they also have ultimate moves like an Overwatch or League of Legends, but so the game isn't balanced. You know what I mean? The fundamental game there's no balance in it because I'm playing in the closed beta. It's a closed beta. Well, there's going to be imbalance issues.
Probably to balance it out as well, right? So you got to be a little lenient on that.
Exactly. So it's not a big deal that there's a bunch. Well, it is to me that there's a bunch of different characters with different stats and ultimate moves. It's that they're locked behind real life money.
Ooh.
So you start off, you have one character. You can buy another character. This might be a closed beta exclusive with the real life money currency. But then there's, I guess, 7, 8 maybe other characters that you have to pay with real money, or you can rent them for a day. Or you can
can you grind?
It's weird. They have
with in-game currency.
Kind of.
Okay,
you have to level.
Hold on. What do you mean, kind of?
You have to. Okay, so there's cosmetic items, right? There's 8 or 9 different classes with head, shoulders, chest, legs, guns, 12 different, 8 other guns or whatever.
Okay.
And each of these characters and guns have different skins. And every time you level, you have pretty much less than a 1% chance to get a character in that box. And everyone I've talked to, no one's gotten one, but someone said you could get it. So I don't even know if you really can. You know what I mean? I just heard through the grapevine that it's possible, but I've never met anyone who actually has, and the game has to be free to play. There's 3 different loot box systems that Overwatch kind of invented, where it's 2 of them are real life currency boxes and one of them is in-game currency. And the in-game one, you don't get jack shit, and the game
it basically turned into an Overwatch Quake mix up.
But the thing with Overwatch is at least the characters come with the game, right?
But what I'm trying to say, it's the developer probably
the developer
saw how
looked
big
and was
Overwatch was, and she's just we need that. What they did there, put it in our game.
Yeah, but we're gonna be free to play. I'm assuming it's free to play because there's so much microtransaction in this game. It's actually disgusting. Like buying characters, buying all these stupid skins. Like, it's stupid. And like some of the game modes are locked behind how many characters you have. So like, it's pretty much pay to play. You're kind of expected to shell out like $15 to be able to play 1v1s because you need 3 different characters, which is like really silly. And like, you might only just get one. You might actually have to, maybe because I'm in closed beta, I get to try out one character, but from like what I've played of the game, a lot, like there's one character that is clearly better than everyone to the point where there's most games I go into, I'm the only one who doesn't play that character because I just kind of bought the game. This guy's cool, and I just,
yeah, okay.
And I didn't buy the game. I got into the beta, sorry. This guy's cool, and I just buy him. And then everyone's playing one character that's like, hey, look, she can go invisible and she takes no damage, and she can one-shot you if she gets close enough. Look at this person who could put down mines and one-shot you.
Like I said,
this guy can...
Like, it's a beta, right? So this is what they're testing for. So they're going to go back
but like,
and see
even if they were to
how she was so overplayed, and they're going to probably tone her down, or maybe they're going to bring up the other characters so that they all, are closer in tier.
But it's like, a lot of the things, it isn't how the numbers are, it's just how the mechanics of it work. Because a big thing in Quake is camping guns and stuff, is managing your health and armor, and then camping good guns.
Yeah.
And like, with your team or whatever, you gotta control like rail guns and rockets and quad damage and the stopwatch health thingy. And like, with one character, you can put a mine down, and now if I get that gun, I'm dead. Alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like that alone
like I said,
is
though,
annoying.
Like, they don't know these things when they're making the game. They can kind of guess the problems they're going to encounter. But the way they're going to actually see these is by having a beta where they're going to have a stress test where a ton of people are going to try them out, and they're going to see, okay, this is an issue, this is an issue, this is an issue.
Like, the point I make is the point I make is that the game designer was like, these are good things to have in the game.
True,
like,
okay.
Let's put a mine down that prevents you from doing this. This guy hits a button, moves really fast, and one-shots people. Like, a lot of mechanics, like, a lot of ultimates literally say, if you hit them, they die.
But, like, what if the button all of a sudden made you not go as fast? Or maybe you had to hit them, maybe it took them down to half health. You know what I mean? If they switch things like that, that's not hard to do, I'm sure.
Well, then, like, sure, that's still stupid as hell.
I'm sure they could tweak it. Like I said, they're playing around with it. That sounds like a personal gripe you have with it. I'm sure others could like.
Everyone hates it because if you played a lot of Quake, you know that like it creates unbalance.
Okay, well,
it's just silly. I don't know if any of the viewers are listening. Give us your input because I was actually like really upset. Like I was so excited. I got in the closed beta, like loaded up, and was like. This is not Quake. What did you do, Bethesda? What did you do? This is gross. And because of that, I didn't play any RuneScape this week.
So that's Quake. Okay, so it's official. Yeah, you're hired. That's my shill for the week. And your competitor right now is Quake. Loud and clear.
No, I am. Fuck. Oh god, I'm so sad. It's like, oh god, it could be the Titan. It could be that game that just busts into the scene.
Well, it ain't. It might be though on release. Well, you'll have to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It took League of Legends a few years to ramp up.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it works out, but I don't see it coming. Anyways, what happened for you? What'd you do this week?
Sure, I should really come up with some of this shit beforehand.
Think about this shit as it happens.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Writing it down. Oh yeah, as you can see from my like 20-minute rants.
I bought a pizza and it was really good. I mean I didn't make it or anything. I just kind of popped it in the oven. It's pretty solid pizza. Yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Actually, I met a guy. I went to the mall or something and I was drinking a Tim Hortons coffee, TM, and I was talking to this dude from like Uganda. He just like started talking to me randomly.
Yeah.
And he's like, when I moved to Canada, I had like one coffee from Tim Hortons. I've never had anything fast food again. He's been here for 17 years and he had one coffee from Tim Hortons and like, he's never had a McDonald's. He's never had like Subway. He's never had any he's like, I just like cooking at home. I went to the Keg for like my 60th birthday, and that's it. I've only cooked food for myself since then.
And I just want to compliment you on your Ugandan accent, how it was just a deeper version, and then it slowly tethered up into your normal voice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to try to do his accent. I would try, but I don't even know where to start.
I hear ya.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
RuneScape related, I got 74 smithing. I decided to go back and pick up that master clue afterwards because it's still on the ground. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, did you finish smithing?
No, I dropped the master clue last episode. I was goofing.
God damn it.
So I've been jump back on the Slayer grind, and I have played just not too much. Work's been killing me. I think I've worked like 60 hours this week, which is, I guess, part-time in Japan, but like, still, fuck, man. I'm done skis.
Yeah. If you're not sleeping at work, you're doing something wrong, you know?
Yeah. But, that's about it. So before we get into the news, though, you were talking before about balance and things, and this just reminded me of this video I found, and
yeah,
it's a video by Extra Credits. It's called Perfect Imbalance, and it's basically a video talking about why having a perfectly balanced game becomes problematic. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you following?
Yeah, I know, like... I know that, like, perfect balance creates stale gameplay and stuff.
A perfectly balanced game is when you look at chess, and almost, every single move's been thought of. You know what I mean? They have names of opening moves and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, games like League of Legends, Overwatch, Quake? Who knows? They benefit from having some characters being overpowered and other characters being underpowered. Because normally, if you've ever played those games, and you might kind of see it with like RuneScape when like somebody figures out this crazy PKing method. And like, where no update really happened to the game to cause that. It's just suddenly somebody came up with a way to exploit it, you know. For instance, Dragon Spears. I don't think there was an update that happened that caused it to, you know, become this clusterfuck where you could stack the stuns. If you don't know, with the Dragon Spear, the special stuns the person and knocks them back one square. If 20 people stack up and all do that, your dude's fucking stunned for like eternity. Like pretty close to eternity, I'm rounding up. Yeah, it's good to have these imbalanced games where the character's overpowered, because eventually someone might find it doesn't happen so much in RuneScape, but someone might find a counter to that certain play style or that, that champion or whatever it is. And suddenly, he doesn't seem so overpowered. You know what I mean? Suddenly that's the counter to that. And then you have to counter that to that. And it kind of just leads on where everything can beat something else.
Yeah, like, I agree. Like, I understand that, like, let's say League of Legends, Street Fighter, like, competitive games, whatever it is, if everyone was, like, it was 100% balanced, everyone, like, did the same thing pretty much, it would be super boring and shit. Like, why I don't like chess, because it's, like, I don't know, it's super not straightforward, because obviously the game's super complicated, but it's plain, I should say.
Sort of. Like, once you get good at it and start understanding more of the moves, and, like, especially when you're a grandmaster, that's why you see so many grandmasters when they get to that level, they're playing, like, 5 games at once, or they're playing blindfolded, or they're doing this, like, because it's not hard for them anymore. They know that when you move this thing there, they should move this there, because they're going to have the advantage almost every single time, right?
Yeah, well, like with chess specifically, it's like, you gotta obviously understand the game, like, 100%, but then it also, once you get to super, super high levels, it becomes a game of, like, memorization, because every move has been done in chess.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
And if you memorize, this guy did this, that's the right answer, like, that's all that it is, but, like, League, of course, there's counters to, like, all the champions and stuff, and that's what makes the game really fun. You're like, oh, I only play
updates.
Yeah, I only play Fiora or Vayne. It's like, oh, whatever. And saying that with, like, every other game, but, like, with Quake, it's that factor, I guess, that, like, not randomness, like, that unbalancedness, quote unquote, was the guns. Like, literally, that's like what the driving factor behind that was like, shotguns are super good at close range. Rockets are super good because, like, it does so much damage. You can bounce them around. You can rocket jump. if you can hit someone out of the air, like, good luck though, does 100 damage. Like, a rocket to someone's body does more than a railgun in the game, and the railgun's like the sniper, but, you can get headshots with the sniper. And, like, they have all these different guns that are really good for different things, and that's what made the game, like, I really, likes the railgun. I like, that's pretty much me. I'm that dick that just camps railguns. I can make those headshots from across the map, so I'm gonna camp that. Or someone's like, I can track, like, a moving target really well, so I prefer the laser gun, and I gotta play to those strengths. And, I could flick crazy, like, really fast and stuff, so I'm gonna grab the shotgun and, learn how to bunny hop and get in really close and utilize that and, use that to, like, that's what was really fun with the game. Just, like, everyone had, like, their little, like, micro play styles and guns they preferred and whatnot. And if you figured them out, then you could kind of, metagame them. And that's what was really fun, was that the guns, had their strengths and weaknesses and counters and whatnot. And then there's also quad damage, and then there's the stopwatch, which is like the health buff. I don't even know what it's called. I just call it the stopwatch.
Another quick rant.
Cause I gotta explain this. Cause it's bugging me. You get your bonus health, you get your 4 times damage, but then once you add, like, this guy has a smaller hitbox, but he also has more health than you, and his ultimate ability is better than yours. Hey, you should just spend like $8 and you can counter that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what bugs me.
Man, that game must have really hurt you.
Cause it's fucked! Why is everyone being Overwatch? Why is everything Overwatch nowadays?
Dude, you know what they say? Delete Facebook,
No.
Hit the gym, lawyer up. Or play RuneScape. RuneScape covers all 3 of those.
Break an NDA to shit on their game. But anyways.
Yeah, I love how I have an NDA. Now I'm gonna fucking rant for 30 minutes.
Well, I'm not gonna fucking say the game's good if it's good.
No, I feel ya.
Maybe it'll be good when it's officially out, but
it's fun to hear. You always have these, like, you always, I don't know, I feel like you have all these insider betas you always get into, like, I got this beta, or I just got this game. I'm like, I don't even fucking know this game exists. I just fucking found out Call of Duty came out with a new trailer or some shit.
Yeah, the trailer on Twitch streamed at like 10 FPS. What the hell was that?
I don't know. I didn't even
it
watch
was
it.
super laggy.
It was out. I haven't seen it yet.
But
I know it's WW2.
I have a friend who's got like 7 accounts that he uses to sign up for closed betas.
True.
He just has so many, and he just fucking, this comes up, let me just sit here for 10 minutes and just get in. Let me try to get in. But he was actually whining that this is the first beta I haven't gotten into, and then he got into it the next day. I don't know what he's bitching about. But, okay, last point of Quake.
Oh boy.
Some of the map design is fucked in the head. Why do you have a railgun next to a super long lane with quad damage, and next to that quad damage is bonus health? Next point. Let's move on.
I haven't played Quake since I was in grade 9, which was 13 years ago. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
A lot has changed.
But
a lot has changed.
In other news, I think it's time for you to enlighten me with some news on the RuneScape, because...
Alright, so, we now have ultimates in RuneScape.
Yes!
No, I'm kidding. So,
fucking knew it.
First up on the block, the chopping block, they showed us the little Infernal Cape design. Sweet. Have you, seen it yet?
Kind of looking at it now.
Okay, so one of the big gripes was the brightness, or like the light.
Yep.
The lightness? That sounds wrong, but the degree of light, I guess, the lighting of the cape, everyone complains is like, it's a little bit too dark or whatever, but they can't really make it any more bright just due to how programming works.
Just make it
they can't
bright, like highlighter yellow.
Yeah, she's like brighter colors. I don't know, but everyone says it's too dark. I honestly really like what the design looks like as of right now. If you look on like oldschool.runescape.com, they have it like there. It's pretty much on the front page, or it should by the time you hear this still be on the front page of their updates. I honestly really like it. Some people are saying it's like too dark or whatever.
You're talking about the one that kind of looks like more like a cheese pizza and less like a lasagna. Or kind of like a burnt lasagna. Like if it was overcooked a little too much and the top layer was a little charred.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I like it. It's
So
it looks like that molten feel.
I like the design. It's animated, so it's kind of my problem is now although I don't see how else it could be, but if it's going to be animated the way it is, it looks like a conveyor belt. Like it's just a scrolling thing of looks like a lava. It doesn't look like a lava cape. It looks like
it's in a manufacturing thing. You're like manufacturing like
it looks like a conveyor belt. Like it's just like it's going around like
bread,
you know what I mean?
and
Like you
cheese.
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it looks like a conveyor belt if you know what I mean. Looks like it's on a wheel going around in circles. I think what they should do is have it so that the lava marks kind of pulsate with a light. They kind of glow and then they de-glow. They dimmer. They get a little dimmer and glow again. I don't know why I said it like
I like that idea. I think the one thing like after you pointed it out, that's all I see now is that the Inferno Cape looks like just like you can tell that it's just an image sliding down the
which almost makes me want to
like
pull up the lava cape because I never noticed that with the normal lava cape, right? Did you?
Yeah, the normal lava cape is the exact same thing, right? But I think it's because of the design, it's the light and dark colors. That's why you really notice it. Like the lava cape, both colors are pretty like light, and there's not as much contrast between them. They kind of like blend together pretty well, and so you don't notice it. But because it's like dark, like it's like a dark brownish orange with like a light orange yellowish.
Yeah, like I'm looking at the lava cape right now, and it's kind of like, for example, if the cape had just dots on it and it was scrolling through it, I don't think it would necessarily look like it's on a conveyor belt. It would just look like it's the pattern is always just dots, let's say.
Yeah.
But if it was a picture of a gnome child, that would come around once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, let's not sit on that. Not bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
Could look better.
One thing I do like though is that they've clearly made it with the concept of like they want it to look good with like, as you can see in the new design picture, that the guy's wearing full bandos with a mutagen,
right? Yeah,
and it like matches really well with everything. So like those guys with max gear like actually like look like pretty sweet.
Yeah, like it looks good if you want to look like a loser, but yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I mean the back of the cape is still red, but whatever. I won't gripe on that.
Yeah, that's true, but. Yeah. If you want to rock the 75 defense pleb gear, go for it.
Yeah. And that I shall once I get enough money, which I do have enough money, but I'm not going to waste it. I'm just saying, if you got a Bando's chest plate and you're poor, you should just sell it and wear a fighter torso.
Okay.
That's my advice.
I mean, I never once even thought of buying a Bando's chest plate. Are you kidding me?
I was talking to a dude who's like complaining how broke he was. Not this week because I didn't play, but this is a while ago. He's like, "Oh, I'm so broke," and I saw the dude in full bandos. I'm like, "Dude, sell your chest plate and get your fighter torso. It's the same offensive stats. You lose some defensives, but I mean, it's gonna be
for the price.
Like 13 mil or whatever.
Like, you should buy the leg piece first because there aren't currently any leg gear that gives you strength bonus, right?
Yeah, tacits are like really good range defense, I believe. Don't quote me on that part, but it's best in slot for strength. So get that
exactly.
sheet.
So you can always rock the Zerker torso. Sorry, the fighter torso.
Yep, that's what I do. That's a little bit of a welfare piece, but you know what? It gets the job done.
Get her done. Yep, cool.
No need to waste money. But anyways, let's move on to the actual updates that. I think a lot of us are pretty happy with. I mean, I actually have yet to try this out, but they finally diversified the dungeons.
Yeah.
Woo! So Neve's new cave,
Sorry, I feel like I need to get a little more excited for that.
Less private server, yay. Now let's change catacombs a little bit, So
they took all of them out and put them into Steve's cave, which is...
Yep. And that's
one giant
room
with a bunch
too.
Of monsters, and it's also multi-combat.
Yep. Cannonable, and it's instant too. It's pretty nice.
Sick.
With a bank in there and everything.
Yeah.
No, but anyways, no, we're kidding, guys. So yeah, with Neve's new cave, there's less monsters, but the monsters that are in there are in higher quantity. And the way they've positioned it, like I'll just say they have the fire giants, the hellhounds, the aberrant specters, Ankus, and bloodvelds.
Yep.
And so like the Ankus have 2 spots to do it. Aberrants have 4. Hellhounds have, is that 4 as well? Fire giants 4. Bloodvelds 4. Alright, yeah. So whatever, more spots of everything now, which is pretty nice. And yeah, pretty sweet. There's a shortcut between Hellhounds to aberrant specters with 72 agility. So get
sort
that
of,
shit.
it makes it for if you're running I think bloodvelds, it'll make it getting there quicker or something like that. Or actually coming from where actually
from the door from where you enter.
Yeah. Okay.
You enter pretty close to
True. But anyways,
the north inside. But yeah.
I like it.
So,
it looks like an actual dungeon opposed to Neve's cave when it was just a room with a short little hallway. There's
a room with
a spread, just 20 rooms scattered out. You know what I mean? This one looks like it's an
It
actual
was
cave.
pretty much one big room with dividers and then monsters on each side of the dividers.
Yeah.
That's kind of felt like cubicles, just cubicles filled with monsters.
Dude, that's the perfect. We went to the office of Slayer Incorporated. You know what I mean? You had to go see
Neve Dot,
Bob the Bloodveld in accounting.
Yeah, you slay him for EXP. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. So they've moved it. They've added the Chasm of Fire. North
Chasm
of Shazian and Camp. I say chasm because I'm not a caveman.
But
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But
I've
always said chasm.
The H isn't there.
Yeah, dude, you gotta do that sometimes. Maybe I'm wrong, and someone's like, "It's chasm." You did.
Or they're gonna say it's probably Sasm. That's a soft C.
Yeah, maybe
the Sasm of.
Well, I'll call it chasm, and if I look like an idiot, whatever.
You call it chasm, I'll call it chasm.
I'm already getting sued by Bethesda. I've done dumber things this episode.
So let's hear it. What's in the Chasm of Fire?
So it's north of Shazian Camp, and they have lesser demons, greater demons, and black demons. So in the chasm, they have multiple floors, and lesser demons in the top, then graders, and then black demons. Deeper you go,
That's cool. I like that. It's kind of like that sounds like a really cool dungeon where it's multiple floors instead of just one floor spread out, right?
And the harder the demon, also the more there are. So that's nice too.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Also, I like it. This is just I don't know. Take it or leave it, I guess. But the bottom floor of the black demons I like how it's surrounded by lava.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it gives you that feel like you're actually getting down deep to the core of Earth.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. They moved a fairy ring, the DJR fairy ring, closer to the entrance for easy access.
But quickly before we go on, though, I just wanted to mention that it's actually located on Zaya, which is where the Shazian encampment is, just in case you didn't know that. It's on the continent Zaya.
Yep. So, along with that, we have the Taverley Dungeon expansion.
Sweet.
So, as you, go through the Taverley Dungeon, you can access a larger number of black dragons and baby black dragons too. So if you're a lower level and you get them, you're safe.
Yeah.
And so it looks like they just kind of added another room to the dungeon, obviously, because I just said that. But I mean, where you would normally climb up the ladder to do your water orb charging spell, there was that 1 or 2 black dragon. Now you can keep on going. There's a little pathway that opens up into, how many are there? 15, I think?
Yeah,
3, 6, 9, 12. I'm really bad at counting.
Yeah, close enough. Sure, why not?
Oh no, 15 if you include the other 3. But yeah, never mind.
So yeah, it's just a little extension. Perfect. I think that's a good idea.
I really do like the baby black dragons because sometimes you just, there's times where I get black dragons and every time I get them I do KBD. But there's times where I get them and I don't want to do KBD and I just want to get it done quickly. So now I could actually just do baby black dragons and
not bad.
leave.
I normally stick to brutal black dragons. It's kind of AFK.
I like the boss.
Fair money.
Yeah, I like getting jumped actually by PKers when I'm running to boss. That's my favorite thing, so that's why I do that.
Nice.
Yeah. So the Kraken Cove, they've added a little new cove south of the Piscatoris. Hopefully that's how you say it. The fishing colony. I think I had an issue saying that last time we talked about this, but anyways.
We have a lot of issues.
Oh yeah, so south of the fishing colony, there's now a cave, and in there...
That's where you fish monkfish for Swan Song?
Yep. Yeah. So it looks like it's about like southwest of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, in the damn cave, you'll find water fiends, cave krakens, and another room to fight the kraken.
Right on. That's
pretty decent.
It's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just... No, sorry, go on. Let's continue.
I'm just going to say those Piscatoris fishing colony teleports probably have doubled. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
I had like 50 of them, and I sold them.
I'm going to check that.
I should have kept them. I sold them like 2 months ago. I had so many of them from like Clues, or maybe not Clues. I think I just bought a bunch. I don't know. I had them from something. That's all I know. And I just was clearing out my bank, and I sold them. I should have kept them. If you got any and you're listening and you want to get rid of them, now would be like the perfect time. You can always wait like a month and buy them back for like close to the original price.
Actually, well, I'm looking at it now. Now might not be the right time to do it. So
why are they going down?
When the update came out, I'm going week. So this was I'm going hourly. So if we're going hard with the hours, last night, right before midnight. Oh wait, I'm reading this wrong. Yesterday, at around 8 a.m., they're at 4.7 thousand.
Damn.
On the RS Buddy Exchange. Peaking at 5,000 and then crashing to 3,000.
Really?
At one...
Wait, how much?
It crashed to 3,000 at 11 p.m. that night. Crashed to 3,000. So basically...
I guess a lot of people had that same idea then.
They've gone from 2.6k to 3.1k. Again, though, I'm literally talking about like over the course of like a 5-hour span, which is kind of interesting to see how it spikes up so hard, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking right now.
It's kind of a niche item.
Around the same time, you can see huge buy rates. 16,000 were bought.
Oh yeah, those are people flipping 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
So, cool. A little fun fact, I guess. We need to get our financial correspondent. If you're out there and you're big on the Grand Exchange, let us know. Tell us what are the hot items of the month.
You should tell us, and then next month do it, and then we'll flip it. We'll make that bank.
They wouldn't know.
Get a merch,
They wouldn't know when the information came in.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. This is an off episode for me. I'm just saying a lot of dumb things I shouldn't be saying. We're gonna edit all this out, guys. Don't worry.
There's a chance I might get sued. There's actually thrice chances I could be getting sued.
Yeah, it'll be brutal. I'm gonna have to flee the country, but it's fine. Anyways, we will. He's talking about fleeing the country. Not really, but they have the Calphite Hive now.
Nice.
In just east of the Shanty Pass.
Like literally, you could throw a stone from within the Shanty Pass.
It is a stone's throw away from the Shanty Pass. You could throw a stone and pick it up, and you're there.
Stones will be thrown. Well, probably not. I don't think you can actually do that. Sorry.
Yeah, so in there's the workers, soldiers, guardians. There's 2 spawns for workers and 2 spawns for soldiers. So it's nice.
Yeah, walk in, it's just basically like, it looks like it's just like a clusterfuck of them. Like, they're all separated, congregated in their own rooms, but like, you drop in and it's just like 5 different pathways you can take that lead to a different room.
Yeah. It's pretty much the exact same thing from Neve's Cave. It's like they just cut and pasted it.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So, that's pretty nice. I like that. Lets me go in the desert once in a while.
Get tan.
I mean, yeah, why not? So, Yeah, now the next one they've done is the Broomhaven Dungeon expansion. They've, added more metal dragons, so they've added bronze, iron, and steel.
Dude, it's fucking heavy metal.
Yeah, and they've added a second, they've added a second entrance just west of, Taiboiwana.
Nice.
And, I don't know, it's pretty good. The wild dogs which roam the Broomhaven dungeons have been removed, except for a room just dedicated for them.
Wow, fucking trapped all the doggies in a room.
Yeah, so there goes your escape, on Deadman mode. That saved me once, those dogs.
Yep.
It's good. But, anyways.
Rest in peace.
If you want to use the entrance, I probably should have said this beforehand, but you'll have to pay Banosok or Banosoch, whatever that guy's. You gotta give him 5,000 trading sticks. You gotta give somebody 5,000 trading sticks. Don't worry about the rest, So the Slayer Tower dungeon, they've added a basement to them.
Cool.
So, that's pretty nice. They have the Necreals, the Abbey Demons, Gargoyles, and Bloodvelds.
Alright.
I can't imagine the Abbey Demons and the Necreals being too popular here because, Zia.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Mainly because it's single-way combat in this basement and you can't cannon in it.
But remember, they did that change to the experience you get from killing monsters in there.
See, that's game knowledge. That's applying game knowledge, alright? You get those Mortania hards or easy mediums or whatever, you get them done, and you get that bonus experience.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think, it'll benefit you in that sense. What else we got?
Yep.
I'm sure there's more.
So, we got Smoke Devils in the Smoke Devil dungeon. This is just, south of Castle Wars. And, they've, given it a new coloring, they've redone the color in the dungeon.
Yeah. Now, I know
I'm there's Smoke Devils.
Really just looking for things to bitch at, but why couldn't they have added it with the Dust Devils?
I think it's because of the thermonuclear, devil. I believe these dungeons you can only go in if you have a Slayer task.
Oh, okay.
And so it's kind of like, what Dungeoneering had on RuneScape 3. Ooh, shouldn't have said that, but, when RuneScape, it's been such a long time since I've played it, but I swear, guys, it's been a long time. No, but, with certain Dungeoneering levels, you unlocked certain expansions, like there was Hill Giants that were attached to the Edgeville Hill Giant area. You need like 30 or something Dungeoneering, and you'd go in there. First time entering, you get some Dungeoneering experience, and then it's like, pretty much your own personal monsters to kill. So I think they kind of have that kind of going here, but instead of Dungeoneering, it's Slayer.
Okay. We'll see how it works.
And,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, be pretty, I'm kind of excited.
Because that's how it was
definitely
in Neve's Cave, right? You can't even fight monsters in Neve's Cave unless they were on task, so this still prevents
they could
people
hurt
from just
you.
going and killing Smoke Devils for the, just for the fun of it.
Yeah. So like they can hurt you, but you can't kill them. They might even change it so you can't even enter without Slayer task of them, but who knows? So that's it for all the other, all the rooms.
Those are all the rooms.
Yeah, I mean I like it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like Slayer.
What?
It's that one skill that like everyone's like it's the best.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you gotta do it, and I'm like. Yeah, I can see why everyone likes it. You just like killing shit, but I mean...
Alright.
I hated going to Neve's Cave and then Slayer Tower, and then Neve's Cave and then Zia, and then Neve's Cave and then Zia. Like, now that everything's spread out, maybe I'll actually enjoy it a bit more. I mean, Slayer experience rates are gonna be like way lower. But...
Wrong attitude.
At least,
Okay, hold on.
No, like, it's good.
I'll indulge a bit. What's your favorite skill?
NMZ? No, I'm kidding. I don't really know.
Nice answer.
Yeah. I don't know. I like, I don't know. I just like skilling in general. I like AFKing, I should say.
Wow,
Let me rephrase that.
I like not really playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, I did a little bit of Hunter, like a week or so ago. Kind of enjoyed that. Learn how to 3-take those boxes or whatever. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that sounds
But I don't really know. Like, yeah. I don't know. I've never been the biggest fan of combat. I mean, I like bossing. I really do I like killing Sarah and shit. It's fun, but
like that's why I don't understand you know what I mean?
Well, the thing with Slayer is that I can go to Neve's cave and just AFK, but I kind of have to pay attention to eat or use my Sarah Godsword specs. Or I can go in somewhere else and cannon them, but then I have to like pay attention. I don't know. You're kind of like not AFKing, but you're also not paying a lot of attention. You're at that really awkward part where you're trying to do other stuff, but because you're slaying and doing combat, you kind of have to pay attention still. So you can't really enjoy just, doing something else when you're slaying. Kind of really got to focus on it.
See, well, no, I'll disagree because I know other people are sitting there being like, bullshit. Because, like, there are tons of times where there are ways where you can, like, I can AFK. For instance, I'm going to use the example of Black Dragons. You got King Black Dragon if you want to pay attention and kind of, you know what I mean? Hope for some good drops. You got normal Black Dragons if you just kind of want to do it, whatever, just the normal way. You got Baby Dragons, Black Dragons if you want to kill them fast to get the task over with. And then you also have Brutal Black Dragons if you kind of want to AFK it because you can just sit back and pray while you range them and you just have to watch, it takes like 30 seconds at least to kill. Maybe. But, yeah, that's why I personally enjoy Slayer. Like, I'm thinking about it. Slayer might be my favorite skill. It's definitely up there because there's just so much variety. It's not like how much variety do you have with wood cutting? You change a tree every 15 levels, maybe, and sometimes you don't even do that because, like, it's not optimal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know why I'm arguing everyone's favorite skill or like the most popular skill, Slayer, because like obviously there's tons of arguments why it's a fun skill, but AFK.
Yeah, I mean, what? I get into moods. I get in those moods for Slayer, but I don't know. The worst is like I want to do some gargoyles. Here's Ankus. I want to do some gargoyles. Here's Ankus again. Oh, fire giants, blood velds.
Well, I guess that's a little anecdotal, but also they also have that new Wilderness Slayer monster, right? So you can always switch it up. Slayer Master, sorry. So you can always switch it up and take a different approach to it if you want to have more fun, but then again, if you're always going for the top EXP rates, then you're kind of limited for choices on things you can do when it comes to Slayer.
Yeah.
When it comes to anything, you're limited to one way of doing it for experience.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like...
Wait, how? Okay, I'm like sitting there like... So you don't like Slayer because it's boring having to fight the same monsters, yet wood cutting is where it's at.
Well, because like wood cutting's a kind of thing where like it's personally for me, I can take it or leave it. I set like, I want to get 90 wood cutting. I mean, I could have stopped whenever, but I just wanted to get 90 wood cutting.
I know, I see what you mean. Wood cutting is really easy to do. You can do 1,000 other things.
Yeah, it's, I'm getting free experience while, like, I'm playing, doing whatever I want. But then, Slayer, you kind of have to pay attention, and...
you gotta use your left hand if you want to jerk it. It's hard. Yeah.
The thing that bugs me, though, is just, like, there's so many tasks I don't like doing that I do.
Oh.
I think that's the big thing for me.
That could be it, too.
Like, I love doing gargoyles. I like doing curasks.
Cool.
Neck reels are nice. You know what I mean? Like, I like the ones that make me a lot of money. I don't like blood velds. I fucking hate blood velds. I get that shit all the time. I get fire giants all the time. I get steel dragons all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I've been trying to save up 1,000 points to just recolor my helmet to KBD, like to the black Slayer helm. And I'm constantly sitting at, like, at best, 90 Slayer points. I mean, I should just do...
you're saying it right here. You need to block some of those tasks you got.
I have a bunch blocked.
I think we're working through a lot right now. We're making some pretty major breakthroughs.
Oh, I think I have Cave Horrors blocked. I don't even remember. It's been so long since I looked. Iron Dragon's blocked. I have... there's like the fucking stupid stuff. The really dumb stuff that you don't get too often, but enough to really bug you. Like, I don't know. I haven't done any Wilderness Slayer yet, so I definitely should do that because you get so many points. I should definitely go grind a bunch out, and then, yeah. I mean, it's not like Slayer's the worst. I mean, I hate herblore. I hate doing herblore. Construction, I don't really like doing.
I don't really like
you
this
know, all that
game.
stuff. Whatever makes me look at my green cash stack go white, that's what I don't like doing.
And then there's Slayer, which is like the best money maker. That's also off the table for doing. So
I mean, yeah, I like it for the money, but you know, I like the gargoyles and stuff.
But no, it's
I
good.
like
I feel like we worked through a lot this session. We've made some pretty big jumps. Some breakthroughs have happened, and yeah, I think we can move on. We can resume our session next week. What do you think?
Yep. And in other news, we haven't gone over this yet, but in other news, they took out the Easter event.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we should probably go back to the news. I think that's what people are waiting for. But yeah, Easter event's been removed. The Dead Man season has come to an end. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
You know,
Well,
season
not
worlds
cool,
are closed.
but it happened.
They've rearranged the Lunar Spellbook to the correct order.
A rat.
And yeah, the Gilded Boots now have a trim to match the rest of Gilded Armor.
Sweet.
The Holy Book has been updated to look like the rest of the Saradomin items, and it actually looks really nice now.
Yeah, it does.
I really do like the new Holy Book. Yeah, some sweet, you know, Fashionscape, sorry.
Cute.
I'm reading the next thing. But yeah, they, the GE value of Third Age Cloak, Wand, and Bow, and the Elysian Sigil have been adjusted to reflect the actively traded price.
Sick as shit or some shit?
Yeah, that is something that doesn't affect me, because I won't have one of those for, ever, probably. But, yeah. The engine team's done some, under the hood work. Let's the team optimize player-owned house code.
Okay, so let's give them a nice yeah boy.
Meaning that they're able to remove an annoying delay when you're removing furniture in the costume room. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
So they've fixed some bugs, you know, graphical issues with the male characters wearing the Anku legs and the crab claw hook. Dude, the Anku outfit looks sweet, but holy fuck, I'm not spending that money just to look cool.
That's, yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm alright with not having it.
I mean, I want that shit. It looks pretty sweet. You can bank stand and free to play, and people will just trade you.
That's
hoping
true.
You give them
Make
money.
your money back.
Yeah, dude. Double people's money, it'll be sweet.
Yeah.
That was disclaimer: do not double people's money, and do not get your money doubled at GE.
I know a guy. You gotta drop in the wilderness, though. But, yeah, they prevented an error from occurring when entering an instance from the ice path.
Okay.
They've fixed attempting to uncharge the toxic staff of the dead with no inventory room. It'll now correctly tell you why you cannot uncharge it.
Okay.
Deviant Spectre should no longer wander into the Twisted Banshees area of the Catacombs of Kurand. Dagnos should no longer wander into the Deviant Spectre area. Thank God. I do all my aberrant specters or whatever in Zia. And, those Dagnos annoy me so much.
Yeah, I think a lot of the wanderingness of the catacombs, like this, constantly having monsters wander into another room, and it also just looks stupid. Like, the fuck? These monsters should fucking destroy that other monster.
Yeah. But, you know, it's good they fixed that. Jimanua, I think is how you say their name. Jimanua on Karamja now stocks 0 pure essence just to make sure you can always sell it to her or trade it with her.
Okay.
It is no longer possible to take field rations from pest control into barbarian assault.
Field rations.
Don't know what that is, but
So we'll leave it on a cliffhanger. Just kidding.
I mean, I have all the, I don't have Elite Void, but I have, you know, Void Range Mage melee stuff. I've never heard of field rations.
Yeah, so it probably doesn't exist. It's probably a typo.
Maybe.
Yeah. Nope, just kidding. Sorry. They're an item that is bought at, obviously, the Void Knights outpost. They cost 390. I never knew these existed, to be honest, but you can eat them and they restore 10 hit points.
390 points per one?
Yeah. No, they cost 390 coins and they heal 10 hit points.
Oh, what the hell?
So,
is it only in pest control?
Apparently not. Or field rations are not popular among players because dying in pest control does not make you lose your items. And you respawn immediately. Oh, sorry, never mind. Take that part back.
So they're useless for pest control.
So yeah, they're an item you can buy and they heal you 10 hit points. Nobody likes them because I guess there's cheaper alternatives and better alternatives. And who the fuck brings food into pest control anyways?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually really surprised I didn't know that was a thing, but I also only, look for void pieces when I'm at pest control, like I assume most people do. But, alright. Yeah. What else is there? So, players on Permanent Deadman Worlds can no longer enter Chambers of Zarek during combat. That sounds like an OP escape route on Zia.
Alright.
In resizable mode, more of the screen around the minimap is now clickable to interact with the game.
Okay.
The message when breaking a Flamtar bracelet no longer calls it the Expeditious bracelet.
Wow, that's so gay they changed that.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never used the bracelet.
I'm just kidding, that's really silly. Of course they would change that.
I mean, I've never used either the Slayer bracelets before, I'm gonna be honest.
I see, now when you mentioned a few episodes back that it's like really popular, all I fucking see are people using the bracelets to kill Slayer monsters, and I look like a fucking idiot using Barrow's gloves, but like, in my head, if you're trying to get melee experience, I feel like Barrow's gloves is probably the way to go still, right?
Yeah, but so generally, because there's RNG to Slayer experience. Yeah, so generally, if you have 82 attack, strength, and defense, you can get 99 Slayer and by the time you get 99 Slayer, like you should be just accomplishing 99 melee stats, like attack, strength, and defense.
Sure, okay.
Supposedly, I haven't done it myself. I haven't done the math myself, but somebody worked it out and I read it somewhere. They said around 82 because there is like RNG to your tasks, especially at lower Slayer and whatnot. But, yeah, I don't know. People found out it's also more efficient just to camp Slayer bracelets.
Yeah, so yeah, is the point.
Whatever one you want to do.
I noticed that it's a lot more popular, but again, if you're concentrating a lot on like a melee stat or whatever, I feel like the Barrow's gloves will still trump the Slayer. Those are only good for completing tasks fast and getting, extra experience for Slayer. So, cool. Alright.
I mean, you got that NMZ, You got that she for your melee stats.
Fuck NMZ.
Yeah.
NMZ more like not my zone.
Nice.
Thanks.
Nice. That was good.
It's alright. I mean, I just came up with
not
it
my
now.
president. Not my zone. Not my mini game.
No, see, that's NMM. You gotta use the Z.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta bend a little. We also got the Blast Furnace shop now destocks over time if overstocked. That's actually pretty big because in the Blast Furnace, Iron Men were getting trolled super hard because they share a separate shop, right?
Okay.
So what dudes would do is they'd sell like 5 mithril ore, and it takes an hour for the friggin' shop to take one away. And if you sell over the limit, then no Iron Man can buy from it. See what I mean? So people would troll and like say, let's sell 5 mithril ore in every single world. Let's sell, adamant, maybe runite. I don't really know. I don't know.
Cool.
Not the biggest smither in this game, I'm gonna be honest. I got like 75 smithing, and that was like when I was like level 60.
Cool.
But yeah, you can troll you used to be able to troll like Iron Man super hard for like a long ass time. Depending on how dedicated you are, you could crash like blast furnace for like days, you know?
Dude, just being around an Iron Man could be considered trolling them.
Yeah, that's true.
But, okay, well, there's the news. Well,
Yeah,
I just
that's
wanted a
all
little
she wrote.
clapperoo there, so there you have it.
Yeah.
You remember, we used to do an Iron Man challenge on the show. You remember that? Of course you remember that.
Yep.
I was
Yep.
thinking it was going to be a staple of the show, but I guess realistically, there's just some times where it's not easy to put a whole lot of time into an Iron Man for these challenges and stuff, right?
Yep.
So I think we should play around with some new ideas.
Yeah, buddy.
You got any games in mind? Because I was thinking, I think we should start doing a little quick fire questions segment. Is that good? Is that a good?
Little speed rounds.
We'll do some speed rounds.
All right, let's do it. Some lightning rounds, dude.
Huh?
Do you got any questions?
Yeah, I just asked you them, all of them at once.
Oh, damn! I'm fucking up this episode.
Okay. Anyways, no, we can do it. Okay, I got 10 questions lined up for you. Okay. So I got 10 questions lined up for you. They're gonna start off fairly easy. They're gonna progressively get a little bit tougher. They're gonna test you on game knowledge, mechanic knowledge,
Oh no.
and just world history in general.
Okay.
Okay? There's some little bit of, physics questions and stuff in there, I want to keep you on your feet a little bit.
Okay.
Keep you on your feet. Alright. And I'm going to get the timer out because we're going to time you. We don't really have a clock, but the time is going to count as points. Right?
Okay.
So wait, do I want more points or do I want less points? Is this golf or is this basketball?
Well, if you want to get questions right, and you want to do it in a timely fashion.
Alright, let's try it. This is gonna be really
Okay.
bad, but let's go. Let's get her going.
Okay, explain E equals MC squared.
Oh, this isn't RuneScape related, eh?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was gonna say,
I'm just
alright.
goofing.
having a giggle.
Alright. Now, obviously, some of the challenge is going to be how fast I can say things, and, I get tongue-tied pretty easily and stuff like that, as you can probably tell. So, we're going to start her anyways, okay?
Wait. Can every time you tongue tie, can we add points?
No, it's going to go against you, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go.
This is more of a team challenge.
All right.
Okay, it's more of a... let's say it's a podcast challenge. Alrighty. I'm going to ask you the first question, and when I'm done, it's going to start, okay?
All right. Oh god, it's gonna be bad.
Here we go.
I'm gonna lose a lot of respect, but all right, let's go. Let's get her going.
Question number 1. What episode are we recording?
32?
How many types of Iron Man are there?
3.
How many skills are there?
Oh fuck. 27?
First sword
many?
you receive in the game.
First what?
First sword you receive in the game.
Bronze sword? Bronze dagger. Depends how you want to look at it. Does this tutorial count?
Yes.
Bronze dagger?
What Slayer level do you need to kill crawling hands?
Oh fuck, I don't know, like 12?
How much does a prayer potion cost? Roughly.
9k?
How many game
Bullshit.
ticks does it take to reach the end of the wilderness?
900, no, wait. 6,892. 93. 99.
That was close though. How much does full rune cost?
140k. What? That's bullshit. No, you're fucking with me.
What's my prayer?
69. You motherfucker.
If I were to guess, what is Link's Titan's favorite skill?
Rune crafting?
Okay, so you came in at a
Wait,
minute
if
20.
I were to guess or if you were to guess. Or like if I
So
could
as I
think
said, as it went on, the questions got a little harder. Okay, so all right, so you got 2 points out of 10.
right.
Not bad with a minute 22. I'm not sure how we're going to factor that in. All right? Not the greatest. But it's okay. We're going to review some of the answers. We're going to try it back next week.
I'm just saying some of these questions are fucking bullshit.
You didn't study.
No. Hey, this is a pop quiz, dude.
All right, so the first question you got wrong, which is question 3, how many skills are there? There's not 27, but there's actually 23.
Yeah, I had no idea. I knew it was more than 20, though.
Okay, the next question, what is the first sword you receive in game? You answered bronze dagger or bronze sword. The answer is a bronze short sword. Very close, though. Very close.
Oh, shit.
The next was, what Slayer level do you need for crawling hands? It was 5.
Yeah, I know.
5 to kill crawling hands.
Oh, God.
The next was, how much does a prayer potion cost? You guessed 9,000. It's actually 2.7 thousand.
What? You're fucking... No, wait. You talking about prayer dose 1?
Yeah, I went with a 1 dose.
Oh, my God. You're fucked. They're talking about 4 dose.
Next was, how many game ticks does it take to reach the end of the wilderness? I just guessed, and I rounded to 1,206. So it's got to be pretty close. I just kind of walked I walked from level 1 to 5, and then I just multiplied it a bunch.
Oh my God.
Sure work out like that. Next was, how much does full rune cost? I just did this on the spot, and I was able to buy it for 200,000. So I just put 200,000.
Oh my God.
And your guess was, I think, 140,000. So
you're a fucking bitch.
Next question was, what's my prayer? And you said 69, that is my prayer level, yes. But actually, my prayer was at 0 at the moment.
Oh my God.
Number 10 was, if I were to guess, what is Link's Titan's favorite skill?
You guessed? I guessed rune crafting. Is the right answer Slayer?
The right answer, I guessed, was he likes all of them equally.
Oh my God.
So, not bad though. You got a 20% with a minute 20 seconds, okay?
Okay.
So minute 20 is the fast record. And next week we're going to have someone for you to challenge off of. Okay? We just I'll let you kind of face off with yourself there, just to kind of,
No, I know.
To be honest, I thought you were going to see how well you did. It was really going to be a confident booster, but honestly, you did. Wow. 20%. That's...
I see how it is. It is what it is, right?
All right, so there's your speed rounds, quick fire questions. We'll think of a RuneScape related name. 3 tick questions. 10 tick questionings. Anyways. And another question, and this question is going to kind of go out to anyone who's listening, as well as we're going to talk about it as well. Just a little fun question to ask. All right, so if you had to spend the whole week doing one skill, what would it be?
Straight?
One skill and one skill only.
Without sleeping?
No, just that week. You get up, and anytime you play RuneScape, you're going to be doing that skill. But you're not. I'm not talking about while you watch movies and play other games. You're sitting down playing RuneScape.
The fuck? I don't know. If I do for a week straight, oh shit. I probably have to say Slayer, I guess.
Slayer, the skill you hated the most, coming up top, Dog Supreme.
Well, I don't hate the most. I just
I like Slayer. I was thinking earlier, I like construction a lot, but not so much training construction, but if I was building dungeons and building rooms and just houses and kind of playing Sims on RuneScape, that sounds alright. Sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with construction. You go with Slayer. And I'm going to throw the question out to you guys. Let us know, if you had to spend the whole week doing one skill, what would it be? And if you are doing it, tell us what it is. Email, Twitter, Facebook, any of those platforms. Even just shoot us a message on Discord or something if you want, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It all works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you guys have any of your own ideas for some quick fire questions, or a question of the week, or any other games or things you want to hear on the show that might be fun and stuff, because we like fun stuff. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Wrap it up. That's all. That's where the fun is gonna end. So we're moving the fucking contact list to this section right now. Okay, so if you guys want to get in touch with us, follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle, is that what they call it? Twitter handle is at the Wilderness RS. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/the Wilderness podcast, all one word, or you can just probably search us and find us. Email us at thewildernesspodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to join our clan chat in game, it's WildCC. We also have a Discord too, so if you guys want to join, let us know and we'll get a link out to you. We have we got a nice group of people in both of those, so definitely look forward to anyone else joining who wants to play with us and stuff.
Yeah, the more the merrier. We can boss and shit. We can do whatever.
Yeah.
Even play, Natural Selection 2 TM. Always get a little group going for that. I'd be down.
Next week, we might have to just change the whole format all over again.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I want to thank everyone for supporting the show and listening and, following us on Twitter and Facebook and emailing us and just stuff like that. It's always great to hear, and we'll read any messages you guys send to us and stuff like that. And I don't know if I'm going to actually start saying everyone who likes the Facebook page, because it looks like there might be a movement going on somewhere in the world that's using our Facebook picture maybe, or Facebook page, because I'm going to hold off on kind of going through. It's just kind of confusing. It's hard to say. And right now I'm trying to find a list of all the people that liked it, because we have like 12 new likes, and it's just literally like, I'm having such a hard time. It'll say this name plus 10 others. And I'm like, all right, I'm not just going to say this one dude and 10 of the other people I'm missing. Sorry. So
well,
instead though, for shout outs, we're going to put the question up of, for a week, what skill you want to do. Definitely, right on there, and we'll give you a shout out. We'll read the answers on the show. Jesus Christ, I'm rambling.
It'll be like the Sublime shoutouts, where it's like 3 minutes of like shoutouts to this guy, shoutouts to this guy. That'll be good. Yeah. Is it time to shred? Are we shredding out?
Basically shredding out.
Yeah, dude. All right.
Yeah, I think, I'm trying to think. I think we're shredding. Yeah. Okay.
Kinda what I do.
Trying to think. Fuck it. Let's scoot out of here.
Yeah. Tune in next week when, I'll have a nice couple court orders sitting at my door. It'll be good.
Yeah, we're gonna be shelling out for donations and shit next episode to.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm getting sued. No, I'll probably just have to talk, say the game's amazing or something. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I just won't even be around. Maybe I'll be gone. Maybe I'll be in jail.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a quote unquote accident.
Yeah.
That's it. This is where we scoot. This is where you shred. All right. Thanks for listening. This was episode 32. Next week, 33. Till then,
have a good one.
Scape on. You didn't say it. You gotta say it.
Scape on.
Scape on. Yeah.
All right. Later.